welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love.
Hey, my pizza man's here. Hold this down for
Awesome.
minutes. I knew they'd show up right when I started.
I knew that was going to happen.
We were back.
All right. All right. Don't worry, guys. You're going to still get your intro. I just have to find the right one. I want to hear Godzilla. Where is it? Zilla? Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah. I like my haters like my coffee extra mad and bitter. And then they're loyal like juice, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. My style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal cliff. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my soles. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. It's that umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense, I'll go and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in a basket. With a tisket and a tasket and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make believe and weaving straw to gold. But I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour. Baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. I'm dumping all my verbal clips. The case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'm taking the mic and boom, they're in the chalk outline. I used to throw up elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the stakes start channeling, crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that Godzilla. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
Man, I feel like I was sprinting there for a minute. Come on. I was having Lamaze training or something. How's it going, Bo?
I figured you'd be back by the time that was over.
I told Megan, I was like, I ordered pizza because kids, like the little one was running back before. She's like, pizza. I was like, oh man, I guess we got to get pizza. All right. So I ordered it and they delayed it. It was supposed to be here, with a good 20 minutes to spare. And they called and they were like, yeah, we had a mess up on the order. Sorry. And I was like, great. So I told Megan, I was like, watch, they're going to show up in the intro.
That's why you let me start it anyway. I should have just done it. I knew I should have just done it.
I was like, I know that's what's going to happen. And bam, right in the intro.
And then it did.
All right, folks. How's it going today? Welcome, by the way. It has been a very interesting one. I mean, we have we we have
Someone's
one
having an
person having
absolute meltdown online.
21 videos.
In how many hours we calculated?
Less than 24. So it was less than 24. We got 21.
By
videos.
the way, for those of you trying to get famous on YouTube, that's the worst way to do it, because the second you publish more than 3 things in one day,
Mhm.
you get tossed right out of the algorithm.
Yep.
They
And
will
the
not.
algorithm doesn't like you for it either. They're
Yeah.
like, what the heck are you trying to do here?
There's a
Oh, my
limit.
goodness.
It's 3 times a day.
I was just like, are you kidding me, though? Because she last night, I kept thinking, man, I hope there aren't students watching all of this, because this
Oh.
is really crazy and it's ugly. You know, some of it was really ugly. What was really funny, though, about it was that she kept using these filters, you know, and the filters, anyway, they kept breaking here and there, but the filters were so like ridiculous. Like this, for example, you can see here, you know, you can see the filter crack in half, like right across her nose. You can just see the crack. It's like there's 2
Is that
sides.
the Michael Jackson filter?
Well, look at her arm, though. That goes to her, because she's got on like an 18-year-old filter. I mean, you
Wow.
know,
That's
and
so
she's
creepy.
but she's filtering down everybody else. Like she's trying to filter yourself.
Right.
and-
She put some kind of filter on me that made my nose hook like a beak.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny, but it's so obvious that it's not me. I mean, you
Actually,
can,
my favorite. No. My favorite one is, you know, you've got to see this one when I say this. Okay, so I've got to pull it up first, because when you see it,
and if I'm so ugly, why does she have to put a filter on me
that's actually a
to
good
make
question.
me uglier? If I'm so terribly bad looking, then you don't need to put a filter. We're just desperately searching for pictures of Leslie with no filter just to see what she actually looks like.
I did get that one. Again, I used the nicest one possible too, you know,
Mhm.
because there were a lot of them out there that are not very flattering. But I took one from an interview years ago, and I compared it to the filter. But first, oh my God, when I show you this is
Is it the
you'll
turkey
never
neck
unsee it
one?
again.
Because the turkey neck one is
Oh,
funny.
you will
But
never unsee it.
also, I have to say, I do. I hate my turkey neck. Yeah, there it is.
No,
There it
but
is.
this one, okay, so you see this right here?
Wait a minute, who is that?
That's, you know who that looks like? You know the creators of South Park?
Yeah.
It looks like one of the creators of South Park. Let me pull up a picture of one of them, because you and I mean, it really looks like Theo. It's so funny. Let's see.
It's really funny.
I laughed. I was like, wait a minute. That's one of the creators of South Park, man. He's just got your hair on him. What's going on? It really. Okay, let's see. So
It
you know,
is
this
ridiculous.
is a newer picture of him, but well, actually, let me pull up all the pictures. That way, there's a bunch of them we can choose from. His older ones, especially, though. Now, drink that in. Really, drink
Okay.
it in. Okay. Now, he looks like, again, with your hair on his head, though. He looks like this guy right here. In some of his pictures, like he, especially.
He does.
Yeah, it looks like, I was like, oh my God, did she take the South Park guy and turn him into, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
Because there he is in a
It's really
dress,
funny.
you know?
It's really funny.
Oh my God. But what was cracking me up about it was the fact that, I mean, she's using, again, a filter that it's supposed to make her look about 18, you know? You can see them all through here. Like, this is not Leslie. You know?
No.
That is not
No.
her at all. But I did a
You'll
we'll say
filter
a
removal.
holdover. Yeah, let me pull that up here. So
Yeah, I love the video that you made. I think
Yeah.
this meltdown of hers shows us a lot about what she most fears. And yeah, it's getting older. She's really terrified about being
So-
her age.
this is the actual look where she's putting the filter over. You can see it. Look, right at the
Uh-huh.
eyes and everything. All I did was take the 2 pictures and line them up. You know?
Uh-huh.
You can tell.
Yep.
But I mean, that's the real person. So, I mean, she's sitting around making fun of the way other people look. Maybe she shouldn't do that. You know?
Well, I don't care. It's never bothered me. And what's so funny is that she's so scared of being her age, right? She's 48 or 49. She's right around my age. I'm 49. And yeah, I don't like my saggy neck that shows my age. Nobody does. Nobody likes that. But also, you're supposed to get to a point when you're almost 50, where you let go of such things because there's nothing to do about it other than spend thousands and thousands of dollars on plastic surgery, which has its own risks. I've got 3 kids who rely on me. I heard one too many stories of women who died on the table from general anesthesia going into these things. And that scares me for the children involved, like, don't be so concerned and consumed with your looks that you would put it all at risk, And she's very concerned with that. Look at what she did to my nose. That is not my nose. That is Nick Rekieta's nose, I'll have you know. That is literally me with Nick's nose. How dare she?
I thought that was funny, though. I mean, when you look at the videos too, so she puts all these videos out. She puts about 9 of them out, and then she ghosts 3 of them this morning. First, she ghosts these 2, then she ghosts another, and then she puts out just an army of videos throughout the day. I mean, I was like, oh my God, man, it was like a flood, and some of them really make her look bad because some of them, well, let me just pull up a couple of examples. First of all, she's trying to do her videos. Then she had a couple of videos where she's like, I'm addicted to Megan. Oh God, and Megan's a Muppet. And
And
don't
she
you
made
wish you had
George-
my full
She made
package?
George look like her kid, actually, like a male version of George, which is funny because George sent me a picture of her kid who looks just like these pictures.
That's hilarious.
She's like making George look like a man, which George is so beautiful. My God, stop it. And she knows it. Leslie knows this. And the funny thing is about beautiful women and, good looking people in general, they know that they're good looking. None of this stuff is going to bother anybody. These are lies. And you can see that they're lies. That is not my nose. But you know what? Even if it were my nose, I would live with it. Just you got to just accept these things. But that is not my nose.
Then she starts
She made George's nose wider too. Look what she did to George's nose.
Yep.
If we are so ugly, why does she have to put filters on us?
Well, that was a good question.
If I'm so hideous, you should be able to make fun of me the way that I look, the way that I actually look, and not with a hook nose that I don't have.
I mean, well, she has to filter herself. I mean, that is not her. Whatever this is, that is not her. I also like how she's she thinks she's a rapper, which really cracks me up.
I told her I wasn't finished with her. Since she's not finished with me, we're going to have to go through all her songs now. We've got like 8 more of them to go, I think, at least. So, get ready for it, people. We're going to have an all lips. Buckle up. We're going to do an all lips review next Rumble exclusive. Actually, what I've decided to do is not only that, we'll do that too. But I do have 2 interviews with victims claiming that Leslie ripped them off in court. And I've been holding on to those for a while. I think it's time for me to go through them and get them ready for publication.
That might be really fun to listen to.
Oh, it's going to be riveting. You're not going to believe it. And again, just for someone who says that I've been after her and whatever, I've had these things for months. I've interviewed these people months ago. And, it's something that I do as an investigative journalist when I gather my facts about a person. I don't always use everything right away, depending on what the need is and what the reason for it is and what the usefulness of it is. And it wasn't particularly useful until she decided to lose her mind on me again. So I keep wanting to tell you, Lips, stop doing what you're doing. because you could have had some blessed silence after, our last part 2 on you. It was quiet for a while, and you notice we were quiet too about you. But if you keep this up, you're just going to open more doors. What's behind door number 3 that I have sitting in my library? Because I have lots of them, Lips. I have lots and lots and lots of things that I've gathered on you over the months. If we're going to keep this up, it's all coming out.
I say bring it. I'm good with it. Let's do it.
Let's do
Let's
it.
play.
That will be the consequence for this
What's
latest
up,
meltdown.
Fur y'all. I mean, she was spitting a freaking video out every 9 minutes for a little while. I was like, damn it, because I always like to take a screenshot of all the videos together, too. I was like, damn it, I got to take another screenshot. Not that, I mean, I can, Megan can attest to this. I can copy these things fast, So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting on my phone like, all right. So I did back them all up, and really quickly. I mean, I can have them backed up within a minute. That's not hard. All you're doing is copying a link and, popping them in something and bam, and then opening the Dropbox in a different tab and just dropping them over there really fast.
Have you figured out which ones she deleted and why?
Yeah. So the ones, well, I've got 2 of them circled right off the top, and then there's one of the other ones. She just,
Somebody in the chat said that I have my own advent calendar. Adore every day. We should do a Lips advent calendar. open a window every day.
Oh my
see
God,
what's
that
underneath.
would actually be funny. It
would be funny.
So she deleted this one, the one with the group picture.
Oh, I loved that one. Rogue animated it for us to make it look like we're singing just like Queen.
That's funny.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes.
Yeah. She deleted this one and one of the other ones. I
wonder why. What did it
might have
say
been the
that she was
Seagull White
worried about?
female stalker of Leslie Federico's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, which one of you should be on their meds? If we're talking single white female, she's not saying you're single. She's saying that, you'd boil her money or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Between the 2 of us, chat, which one is more likely to boil a bunny? Me or Leslie? Let me see. Let me see what the chat thinks. Who's the bunny boiler?
I'm just like, I was like, look, I didn't want to put up every time. I couldn't put up every time she was putting up videos, but I started.
Does that mean she wasn't teaching at school today or yesterday?
Not. But she also deleted one other thing. No, she couldn't have been. I'll take that back. She was either. I guess she could have been, but she'd had been uploading videos while she was at school.
Or maybe she uploaded them and set them to publish at a certain time, but that seems like a lot of work.
She also, what really got me, so, these people, they talk about how everyone's hateful and everything else. So she starts going with the George looks like a man and then dressing her a specific, I was like, wait a minute, this is coming off as really racist to me.
Is that a hijab?
I was like,
God.
This seems very racist to me. Yeah. I mean, because again, it's her point of view and she starts playing Walk Like an Egyptian behind this one where she's trying to make her a man.
For God's sake.
then of course you got
the
witch's wart apparently. The witch's wart.
A witch's? Where's that? Where?
Yeah, it's in the video. She's so
you mean
crazy.
The birthmark on my face?
Make a thumbnail for these. Jeez, man, come on.
Is she talking about the birthmark on my face?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do have a mole. That's true. Yeah, so did Marilyn Monroe.
Well,
so did Cindy Crawford, a huge one actually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She had the most giant mole on her face. I know, which was it was like a career-making birth mark.
And then. How
many times do these people have to be told that George and her whole family are Coptic Christians, which is the oldest sect of Christianity in Egypt?
They don't care. They're freaking.
They're Orthodox. They're Orthodox Christian. It's
They're the real
upsetting.
istaphobe, man. They don't care what she is, you know. They don't.
Well, they don't listen, and then they make this stuff up. You know, what's his name? Paint Chips has been calling her a secret Muslim.
Mm.
First of all, what does that mean? A secret Muslim? That is so infuriating and insulting to Muslim people. Most Muslims are not practicing in secret. Hello, and
No.
if you're suggesting that she's a secret Muslim, you're suggesting that there's something nefarious about her. That
Well,
is
you're
so
also saying there's something nefarious about the religion as well that you
right. That you'd have to be secret, right?
But of course, we've seen the commentary that actually did come from these people, you know, like John Cook and some of the statements about.
Oh, the SN word. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. And about, you know, the family and all those other things. So we
know how Lynette feels about, or how Felisa feels about Mexicans.
Oh, yeah,
we've been
we
told.
definitely do. But don't worry, they blamed it all on Lynette. So that's why everybody thinks Lynette right off the bat. They blamed it all on Lynette, calling Lynette a racist. So don't worry, guys. They shifted gears on Lynette. I swear, Lynette. They did a number on you for sure. They told everybody that was over there that it was actually your fault. That they didn't think that you calling Mexican workers Mexican was actually the real racism. You know, how dare you call a Mexican a Mexican?
How dare you tell them that they were Mexicans?
Yeah,
that's the real racist thing.
How dare you make them want to ship them back to Alligator Alley? God, that's on you, Lynette. Apparently, that's the way they went with it. I was like, what? And then she also, now this was only up for like a hot minute. But she put up a community post, and then bam, it was down. I mean, within.
I like it.
Good Lord. Hear you all the way across the freaking room.
And I like your toy iPad.
Oh, you like my toy iPad? Okay, thank you.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's not the best thing ever, but.
And it's better than anything.
Let's see, what's that do?
It's better than a phone.
Yeah, there you go. All right, take it.
It's better than a phone.
Did she finish her pizza already?
Yeah. Are you not going to eat your pizza after I ordered it? Did you get a drink from Sissy too? Huh? Did she give you a drink?
This is a no. This is a yes.
I don't speak that. I don't know what that means.
This is a yes. This is a no.
Well, you're saying the words, so why not just tell me yes or no? I don't need a symbol.
No.
You know, well, go tell her. Tell her I said.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, that's the last one for the day. Okay.
At least it's a 5.
All right, eat your food though. Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you were running all over crazy. You know. Well,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she is, ma'am.
I love it when she does that.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, kiddo. Hey, close my door too, and don't walk in those pants like that. You're gonna fall down those steps.
Like not that. Again with the pants under.
It's a different pair. Well, give me your phone then. Bring it to me. I'll see about charging it. Although I need to charge mine too. Mine's about dead too. Come here.
Mine's at 3%. What's your 12%?
Mine's at 11, but I'm working too. You know. All right. Hey. Go upstairs, though. Go eat your pizza for real.
Crab walk.
Yeah, well, you're going to crab walk upstairs.
Crab walk.
Oh, Lord. That's something to watch. Hey, close that door. She's such a nut. She is. She's so 100% rested up, feeling good today. You know, the weather's had her a little bit on the contained for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
And now she's just busted loose. She's like, all right, I'm feeling good today. So she's happy.
She's so cute.
Oh no, Dwayne Rabb dropped a bug gang. I would have caught those two there, him and the Floofy, but she was she was going. I was trying to get the freaking monitor shut off. Like I heard her on the stairs. She was about 5 steps down. There's 13 steps, so she was about 5, and it sounded like I thought she'd gotten right behind me. Because it was, it was so clear. I was like, "Oh my god!" Would you teleport?
She did come out of nowhere all of a sudden. That was
I heard the
upsetting.
door crack a little bit, but I guess when I grabbed the pizza, I didn't push it all the way too. And get that soundproof in that.
Yeah.
Ray doesn't understand how it works. So
right. Well, he doesn't understand a lot of things. He still has Walkman headphones. So.
Walkmans, man. I used to love a Walkman back in the day.
Oh yeah, me too. I was addicted.
Mm-hmm. But I had one. This is funny. So I got one of those. Remember they had the tape players where it would it would flip, like it would auto reverse the
oh yeah.
Okay. So I went out with my grandfather and we were fishing and it fell off a boat. All right.
Oof.
It fell in the water. Oh my God. I was like, no. Well, I got it out. And instead of auto reversing anymore, it started playing things backwards. So
you must have been the most popular kid in school. You could play all those heavy metal things backwards for the back masking.
I didn't find that many cool things in many albums, but I tried. It was pretty interesting, though. So we got this within 10 minutes, though. This was gone. I mean, she put it up and was like, no, I better take it down.
It's funny that she's calling me an old woman. Leslie, we're the same age. So I am old. So are you, dear. So are you. I am old. Well, because my mother would not appreciate me saying I'm old because she'd say, you're not old. I'm old.
Well, in that I'm fine with being older. I am
too.
I'm good with it.
I was wondering today, like if I could go back and be like a younger age, would I want to do it? And the answer is always no. I can't think of any age, maybe 40, just because my skin looked better. But like with age comes a lot of things that set you free if you let it. But I'm officially a part of the We Do Not Care Club. And it's great to be in that club, man. When you just don't care anymore what people think.
Right.
It is freeing.
I'd like to have the health of my 30-year-old self.
I'd like to have my skin and my looks back from when I was, in my 20s. But I certainly don't want anything else.
No.
Anything else.
I hear people are like, I'd like to go back to childhood. And I'm like, yeah, but, does that mean everybody reverses back? Because, you can't get a job or anything as a child.
Yeah, and childhood is really frustrating. Like even when you have a good childhood, and it's still very frustrating to be a child when nothing is made for you and you're too short to reach anything. I remember that. I remember being constantly frustrated by everything around me and not being able to wait till I could grow up and do things on my own. You forget that there's that constant sense of frustration when you're little. And you have no control over anything. That's not an ideal place to be. But when you hit 50, you're in charge now. Like you've got everything you need. You've had a career, you've had a life, you've got some kids, maybe it depends, but whatever. And now it's time to kind of just be who you are, which is great. It's freeing.
I'm at the age in my life where if I want to scream, if I went outside and started screaming, get off my lawn, people would be like, hey, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. I'm not quite. I'm not retired yet or anything, but I'm old enough to be crazy. So that's okay.
I saw a funny meme on Twitter yesterday. It was like why you should never get into a fight with an old man. And there were 3 reasons. The first was an old man is more likely, or no, wait, if you beat up an old man, you've beaten up an old man. So you look like a dick.
Right.
And if he beats you up, you got beat up by an old man. So that looks terrible. And 3, an old man is more likely to shoot you.
That's very true too. I definitely when I was younger, I might actually get into an
Scrap.
altercation. Yeah, nowadays, no way. They're going from scrap to strapped, That's right. I ain't dealing with any of that mess. I'm too old. I'm lazy.
Getting older is good. It's good. It is very freeing. It frees up a lot of space in your head that used to be there for things that don't matter anymore. And
so the deleted
great.
ones are the Megan Fox single white female one, and the group
and then
ones
this
that I
post,
showed.
whatever this is, I haven't even read this yet. What is
Yeah,
she mad about? She thinks I want to know how to do
Well,
chemistry.
I'm wondering.
I don't.
She starts talking about school in this again. So I'm wondering, like she could not have been, if she's working today, like I said, well, there's two things on it. Number one, if she's working a house, all this stuff going up, like you said, maybe maybe, I suppose, but I don't think so, because it wasn't distributed throughout the day, it's just popping up all the time in clumps. And I mean, like I said, 21 freaking videos in this, plus commentary over on the 2L stuff, where they uploaded they didn't care so much about people laughing at their poppy seed bagel stuff that they had to do a video telling
a song about it. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
This is interesting though. I had not seen this, and what's weird about it is that she says that I was attacking her with lies, but she doesn't say what any of those lies are that she's alleging are lies. But she goes on to talk about her graduate degree and her education, none of which that I've ever questioned. So this is an interesting gaslighting technique. It's like saying, this person, Megan, has lied about me, about my education. But here's all my education stuff, which of course I've never questioned. You see? See how she's deflecting off of what the actual, what are the lies, Leslie? Why don't you list them? Next time you post, list these alleged lies that you say. Are you talking about the things your father said? You mean are you calling your father a liar? Because the only thing I've reported is what your family has said.
And you've also reported what she's actually said,
Right. We covered all her postings and her legal filings and her lawsuits. We've covered them extensively. Her songs, her music, her own recorded fights with her husband that she put out there for the world to hear and see. Her adult material that she put out there for the world to see. There's what lies? What you're going to have to be more specific, dear. We can't tell.
Well, you know what?
Sorry,
you're going to try it. Here you go. You can do it.
Okay.
Read it like
this nasty old women.
Old women.
Old women.
You old women with no education.
Fox with no education has been attacking me with lies. I graduated with a doctorate of jurisprudence with a law degree and took over 36 credit hours in chemistry, earning me a temporary teaching certificate to teach high school chemistry and biology. I think it's pretty clear this psycho old woman is a mega.
Why are you old women every time?
Because she doesn't know how to spell. What she has a doctorate but can't spell woman. So that's interesting. Mean, envious, girl, angry. Oh my God, it's another acronym that is gonna fail.
Oh my God,
stop
they need to
trying to make fetch happen.
Ladies.
Now we've got Polymop and Mega. Sorry, old hag. I would never want to be you. LOL, yuck. She is a single white female psycho stalker. I'm not single, first of all, but okay. I am white and I am female. Psycho, no. Stalker, no. Anyone supporting this nonsense will be immediately blocked.
Well, what's funny though is how would anyone know? Like, how would you know if they're supporting? Because she turns off the comments.
Right. You can't comment anymore. It's a pretty bad sign, Lips, when you have to turn off commenting on your social media posts. That usually means you can't handle what the responses are, because they're going to be overwhelmingly negative. And maybe that should be your clue that you shouldn't be posting what you're posting, because it's creating a negative reaction for you. And I don't think that that's what you want. I don't think that's what Lips wants. I think she wants a positive reaction, but she keeps doing these things that make people cringe.
I saw somebody, note, and this would be good advice if you were dealing with normal people. Just ignore them. They go away. The problem is they don't go away. If you've watched the ecosystem,
They escalate. Yeah.
They always escalate. Exactly.
Which is why the old adage about, how you deal with bullies, you punch them back twice as hard, that applies here. That none of this stuff is going to go unresponded to. And if you think it's going to stop it, you are wrong. I will double my efforts. I will double down, Leslie. I'll give you an entire week. You want a full week of an anal exam with my microscope? Because we can do that. I mean, it's just it's not going to end until you give up. That's how it ends. When we win in court, we get our legal fees that we're entitled to, and you stop. That's how it ends.
Funny. She had to go through. Oh yeah, I forgot. By the way, I forgot the picture. There's a picture too. It's Leslie versus, because that's totally doesn't look like one was filtered up and one was filtered down and changed.
Is that Bruce's nose? Whose fucking nose is that?
I mean, whose nose is this?
Good point.
Okay, look at this. I mean, for real. Look at the comparison.
It's not her nose.
No,
it's not hers.
Not even close. Yeah, let me roll that freaking video back up here, because her filter nose is, man. I mean, maybe that's a Christmas wish or something. I'm not sure. Maybe she wants you to fundraise for it. But okay, so here, look. This is the filter nose, right? Look at that. That's the filter nose.
Well, she wants it to look like a tiny button, and there's her actual nose.
That's the real nose.
Which there's nothing wrong with your nose, Leslie.
Be happy
and also,
with yourself.
There's really nothing wrong with your face. You're not 18, and it's okay to not be 18. Why don't you just be 48? Be Leslie. Leslie, you're a good-looking woman. You've been a pretty girl since you were a kid. Unfortunately, you should lay off the plastic surgery, because that is destroying your natural beauty. And you do have it. You were a very pretty girl once. Stop putting shit in your face. Stop using filters that make you look crazy. There's nothing wrong with your face other than the injections. You should calm down. Maybe you could get them removed. I don't know. You don't need that. You have decent genetics. Your mother's beautiful. I'm sure your siblings are good looking too. She has a very deep dislike of herself, and I think almost like a body dysmorphia, because she looks in the mirror. I've seen pictures of her before the plastic surgery, and she was a knockout, absolute beautiful girl. But she looks in the mirror and she sees it's not good enough. So she has to do all these things to make it. And this is the thing I pray my children never get sucked into. You are good enough the way you are.
Well, again, when you see the filter slip through, it just, how do you do it? Like, again, I look at that and look, there's another face. Look at it. It's like it's peeling off. It's weirding me out, man. Look at that.
And her eyes are all, it's like
some
messing
V
with her
shit.
eyes.
That's what I keep saying. And then
Yeah,
her
it looks
arms
very
coming
alien.
through. The neck you can see is a regular neck when the thing
very
pops out.
alien.
It just, what happens again, this is the same, if anybody has the same link, it doesn't matter. She keeps changing the @ so she changed her @ yet again twice, but where I pulled it up before, I have it saved. It's in my search. She's done this stuff enough that it hasn't gone out of my search bracket yet. So I haven't even saved it. It's just in the search bracket because she posts that much. But what's funny about it is, I think if I've done that, then what about students? Because, they were probably told to keep that profile. And they're seeing this, whether she's teaching, not to, whatever. I don't know what's going on with all that. You know, I what I see in this though is it's not just a meltdown, but she's taking aim at other people. She's talking about how this person, they're actually, oh, I think they're a man. Well, remember when she sued over somebody speculating that she was a man? Remember that was in her original lawsuit. So she said that you were a Muppet, which she sued over. That was one of her original suits. And she sued over some rando calling her a man. But she spent all that time. So that'll be real fun to, you know, again, all this stuff works for court items. If she's going to be like, oh my God, look, they said that. Well, actually, first of all, we didn't say that. Some rando did, but you definitely said it.
And look, what was said about her was that she looks like a drag queen. And look, that's a very specific look. With the makeup, if you do your makeup like drag queens do their makeup, you do tend to look like a drag queen. That's just how that works. So, you know, whatever. That's a protected opinion some people had. I do think her makeup is overdone, but whatever. It's her life. It's her choice. She can do it. And sometimes I think she's not even wearing that much makeup. I think it's the filter. These filters put these weird makeups on you. I've messed around with filters before, and I find it incredibly unsettling. I don't like not being able to recognize myself, even if myself includes, you know, a fat neck, hashtag fat neck. That's something that me and my chat, if you've been here that long, hats off to you. Do you remember fat neck? Because we had a really good, we had a fun laugh over that once. My chat called me hashtag fat neck for like, a year. It was funny.
This stuff was so bizarre, though.
I kept getting people, it's so funny. I kept getting people saying, I think you need to go get your thyroid checked because your neck is swollen. And so I took them seriously because, you know, some people have caught cancer like that, right? And I go to the doctor and I tell him, and he looks at me and he goes, huh, yeah, it is. It is a little, yeah, well, I'll order an ultrasound. So I go and I get the ultrasound. I get back into the doctor's office. He's like, yeah, everything's fine. It's completely fine. I'm like, so what you're saying is, I just have a fat neck. And then we laughed really hard for a while. And I relayed that to the chat. And every single time someone is like, you really need to go get your thyroid checked because it happens about once a month. I reiterate hashtag fat neck.
Oh, poor fat neck.
Poor fat neck.
I know, that's terrible. That's such a sad story, fat neck. Like, here's the her descriptors too. Check this out. So I'm catching the videos before they go away. What I've learned is you take a screenshot of the description. You know, take a screenshot of the. Although look at it, it looks like a decorated thumb.
Oh my God, it's the Joker under there.
It's Marilyn Manson, dude.
Oh my God, she really does look like Marilyn Manson.
That does right there. What is up? But she's like, oh, mega wishes she had the beauty and the brains. She looks like Miss Piggy from the Muppets.
Oh, speaking of Miss Piggy, oh my God, I got the greatest picture from one of you. I gotta find it because I think it's this one. So Kathy made me this image. Oh, it's so cute. Wait till you see this. I'm gonna pull this up of Miss Piggy river dancing. God, it's so cute. Look how cute this is. Look at, isn't it funny? I love it. I love it. I'll take Miss Piggy any day. She's my absolute favorite. Look at her hair. Look how fabulous it is. It's absolutely perfect. What a great picture. AI is so fun. I'm telling you. Until it kills us all, we're going to have the time of our lives with it.
Well, I have fun right now.
I know.
What's funny is right there, she actually looks like if I were to decorate my thumb, you know, like I were to put lipstick on my thumb.
It would look like that.
Yeah, it would look like this.
Oh my God. Listen, I think we should have a contest to see whose thumb can look more like lips.
Who has the sexiest thumb?
Yeah. During the stream, we need to get markers out and like do our thumbs with the makeup. And then I want to see yours. want you to take a picture and show me.
I don't have any red lipstick for my thumb.
I don't either. Wait, I'm looking for a Sharpie. I've got a black one. I don't have a red one.
Man, all I've got are markers.
Oh God, if I put this on my thumb, it's going to stay there for like a week.
I think all I've got are regular pens, colored pens.
Damn it! I only have a black Sharpie. Damn it!
I'm not ready for this.
I have a red highlighter. I'm not ready for this challenge. Okay, I'll have to get some markers from my kids, and we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it on lips night.
Then there's like a Megan Fox writer. Is she a man or a woman? Or woman. So she can do man, but she can't write woman.
Woman. No, she doesn't know what a woman is. It's all
kryptonite.
It's just women. Yeah. But don't forget, folks, she is licensed in chemistry and she has a doctorate. Just can't spell woman.
Oh my God. You know, I know plenty of people that had, you know what convinced me of, first of all, my stepfather was dying. That's one of the reasons I was like, can't, you know, it just died. And I was like, you know, PhD, what was it going to add to my earning income? Not much, not enough. You know, I was like, master's, that's where I can be at. That'll work. You know, I've got enough time in, especially if I'm going to do anything with mental health. But the people that I would meet with that whole thing, oh, you know, I got a doctorate. Even the people with masters and stuff, oh, look at me. You're like, oh God, people. Oh,
well, she doesn't. I'm not even sure that would be considered to have a doctorate. I mean, a Juris Doctor is a technical doctorate, right? A law degree. But everyone who has a law degree gets a JD.
Right.
You know, she's making it sound more prestigious
like
than it
distinguished than.
Yeah, she's making it sound like a PhD level, and it's just a JD. Like, calm down.
You know who's?
Do you know how many people have JDs?
You know who's becoming a lawyer right now?
Kim Kardashian. From what I hear.
Yeah, exactly. What does that say?
Well, I guess she took the California bar and she's failed it like two times in a row.
No, she took the baby bar. She failed it 3 times. So you know you can take the. So she took the baby bar. She didn't take the actual bar yet. I don't think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she finally.
Well,
passed
she should have gone to law school. She didn't go to law school, did she?
No, she did.
Right, that's the mistake.
6 years and no, I mean, it wouldn't even matter. I mean, it's Kim Kardashian. I don't think it would matter, but you know. Also, man, you know, for the haters, it's the entire package, you know, mega. You wish you had a law degree and knew like chemistry like I do in junk. I know it's hard for you to believe, but I have a brain, but I do keep hating fool. Never would want to be what? But I do keep hating. Oh, okay. I think that's supposed to, there's punctuation.
So
punctuation doesn't exist.
Sometimes I wish I had a law degree. I don't wish I could do chemistry. I have no interest in it whatsoever. None. There are times when I wish I had gone to law school so that I could, so I have a better understanding of certain things. Clearly, and when I took my some bar exam questions, I'm terrible with torts. Man, I could use some work there. But because it's interesting to me. So law is something that's very interesting to me. I definitely think that, yeah, there are times when I think, yeah, I should have finished college so I could have got my law degree. But I don't think I'd ever use it for anything other than my own personal
exactly. See,
you know what I mean? You know, like my own personal satisfaction of like just knowing the things I want to know. I don't see me using it. So, you know,
Yeah, that's it. I was thinking about some of that stuff myself, and I thought, you know, what would I do with it? You know?
Right.
I would be on the same place I am now. So why don't I just read and learn what I have?
Yeah.
I'm too old to care. You know,
Right.
Again, if I were maybe 30,
my mother got her law degree when she was 50. So, you know, it's possible. People do it.
Yeah, that's motivated too. I ain't feeling it. You know.
But Lips, I got to tell you, you might want to go back for some remedial English because you wouldn't have passed 8th grade spelling with the way that you write.
Let's see. I mean, there were 21. There were a bunch of these. Now, some of them were just, you know. Let's see. Mega, mean, envious, girl, angry. Muppet Miss Piggy looks identical to this nasty old bitter woman.
Nasty old bitter women. It says women. She's talking about more than one woman.
Woman. Well, it's because of the voices. Don't you have them? There's like 6 in your head.
No, I can't say that I've ever had other voices. Just me, myself, and I in here.
Must be very lonely.
Wishes she had a brain. Sometimes I wish that I wasn't as cerebral as I am, to tell you the truth. Sometimes I wish that I could check out. I feel like I know too much sometimes, and that's a detriment. It leads to more anxiety. I sometimes envy, dummies who can walk around and be completely uninterested in what's going on around them and just completely absorbed in just whatever it is they're doing that day. I feel like I could be happier.
A conjoined fox.
Wait a minute. Why am I conjoined twins?
Conjoined foxes.
Conjoined megalodonus. Yeah. Guys, it's a megalodonus.
It's a woman.
Well, there's the women.
I guess.
That's 2.
Please, with a psycho chick, leave me alone. I mean, Megan, Melissa, Fox, get a life seriously. Do I have to make 52 more videos today?
I'm the one without a life while she's doing whatever the hell this is.
That amazed me. I was like, how many freaking videos is this Fruit Loop going to make today? Oh my God, there were so many of them. Yeah, and I mean, not only with that, but that freaking Fruit Loop would not. She was putting them out so much she wouldn't even tag them after a while. She was like, "Okay, here's another one. Here's another." I'm so
like, does she think this is going to work? Like, really, I really do want to understand how she thinks it's going to work. She continues to attack by name, using my full name, trying to do some kind of intimidation thing with that. That's more that doxing vibe. When you say, I wish this psycho person would stop what? Stop noticing your behavior in public? The more you do this shit in public, the more we can comment on it, Leslie. If you weren't acting like this, then there would be nothing to talk about. But you continue to do what you do. And, it's in public. What did Nana Mary say last night? If you put something in public, the public has a right to discuss it, period.
Yep. Well, especially her. I mean, my God, the level of it is just, it is something else.
Yeah.
I've seen some crazy stuff. I mean, like I said, I've been in mental health, and I would much rather deal with actual schizophrenics and these people, because these people, at least they have something. You're like, okay, well, I feel bad for those people. They're going through this or they're dealing with that. I feel bad for them. Like these people, man. Let's check out the witness list.
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't even know who's on it. I didn't see this video. I saved it. I knew you were going to talk about it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to look it up. I'm just going to wait for Tug to tell me, and I'm sure it's going to be great.
Oh man, well, we're definitely going to have something to talk about when this rolls through.
Crooks witness list just got turned in for Ohio court. You got Beecham.
Beecham. Beecham.
Under Sheriff Beecham.
Yes. Now you think about that. We just had Dan Owen tell us that Jeremy should have sued Levy County Sheriff's Department. And Beecham has been,
and here he is. Yeah.
Well, and this makes me think, if they're turning him in, nobody's had time to really go through any kind of, real process. So
wait, but see, the fact Levy County allowing their sheriffs to testify in this matter in Ohio is really shocking to me. Like, does the county know that Beecham is planning on doing this? Because they know darn well that Jeremy is in a lawsuit with Dan Owen over not doing this protective order.
Either way, this is going to turn out real funny, because if Beecham goes, oh my!
So they're going to let their officers be deposed?
Yeah, they would have to. They would have to if they
But
come
that's
in.
so stupid. They're in the middle. They could be added to that lawsuit at any second.
Anything they say will be used against them too.
Yes. Anything they say will be used against them in a court of law. I mean, my God, what this I don't think they've looked at this from a risk management position. And I wonder if Beecham has told the sheriff he's doing this. Are there other sheriffs on the list?
Well, there's another cop on the list. So,
oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. Now again, until it happens, it hasn't happened. You know what I mean? So,
well, and did Lynette's new lawyers, did they enter the case yet?
Yes, they are. They are.
So they are the ones who put this witness list in?
I guess.
This came from a lawyer.
I guess.
Or do we know that for a fact?
Well, that's what I'm guessing because they put in a witness list. I don't know. This could have come from like Lynette saying, "Hey," well, but yeah, they had to have put it in because that's how you've gotten it otherwise.
All right. Well, still, it's strange. Did you know that Laura Owens had Ariana Huffington on her witness list in California?
Oh yeah, you can put a lot of people on there that people, you know. They can put in whatever they want and say.
Right. That doesn't mean that they're going to show up.
I mean, it's wild though. But what it does say to me,
Jeremy said yes, the lawyer filed it. Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
It's got to be a lawyer. See, that would have to be because otherwise, like, where would he come? Now again, you know, these lawyers, we don't know with them. Are they just going with again Lynette Preston's wish list? But I hope to God they show up because that
Me
is
too. I've got some questions I would like answered.
God, I mean,
and I'm sure Jeremy does too.
Yes, I'm sure. But it's a fascinating place to be either way because if they don't show up, then wow, what's that say with Lynette? I get the feeling though that she at least thinks that she's been plotting with Levy County. See, this says even more, and that's. Her even trying to bring them in as witnesses is not good. Not for them. All right, let's see. There's another one. Let's see who else.
And you got McIntyre.
McIntyre as well, my friends. So you got Beecham. You got McIntyre, who has been part of, part of a few calls as well. Oh, my God. I mean, why would you? Why would Levy County allow this? That's one of the.
Who's the next one? McIntyre?
Yeah.
So okay. I think he's the one on one of the reports, maybe that we've read. When they wouldn't enforce the order.
Well, it's all. I mean, any of them. So they take a chance where they could say God knows what in there, and you've seen other people be deposed. That there is no win in here. Cops too, man. You know, I'm not saying every cop, but oftentimes cops, they know they operate with impunity, so they don't give a shit what they say. And you know, they're not doing you a favor sometimes by showing up. Because if they say the wrong thing, it doesn't hurt them. They don't care. I mean, ultimately, you know, maybe like if there's a lawsuit and it strips away any of their protections, then they just settle. You know, that's what always happens. But with Lynette Preston, this kind of stuff potentially puts her even further into the frying pan.
Yeah.
Either way, again, if they don't show up, she looks like a fucking liar too. And it looks like some kind of just insanity. So, oh my God. I really hope they show up. I mean, I'm hoping. Oh God, I'm hoping. Here we go.
Both working for the Levy County Sheriff who have not enforced our civil protection orders. They have broken state law and federal law. Oh, you've got Russ the Sus. That's going to be fun.
Russ is... Oh my God. So we have, I need to make a little
Russ is going to be there to say, Jeremy Hales is the worst person who ever moved into Levy County. Well, he caught us stealing money from him for his water bill. How dare he? And he made us open up our emails to the public scrutiny.
Yep. So we got
all things we should have been doing. What's he going to say? I mean, I hate Jeremy Hales. I'm part of the I hate Jeremy Hales brigade.
Well, that's
No,
what a
well,
bunch
join
of these
the
people.
club. Get in line.
Well, that's the thing. Like it doesn't matter. To be honest, like it doesn't matter if they were 100% right and Jeremy's the worst person ever. I'm not saying that, by the way. I'm just saying if they were 100% right, it doesn't matter. In terms of the protective order, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it doesn't. It matters what Lynette and John did and what they were convicted of. And the Ohio judge is not going to go back on her original finding because some podunk cop who is not doing his job and refusing to uphold her order shows up in her court to say that he thinks her order is garbage.
Yep.
Like, honestly, is that what they're going to do? That's the big strategy, is to have Florida cops show up in an Ohio court and insult the magistrate. That's going to go great. She's going to love that. I can't wait for that. Holy cow. Can you imagine what this judge is going to say? Have you heard her? I mean, she does not suffer fools. I'd be scared to be in her courtroom, by the way. She scares me.
Saw a good ruling, talking about the enforcement of foreign DV orders, which would work the same as protective orders. Talking about that from Dade County, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was good. Actually, I thought that might be something to pull up, to be honest, to talk about. Yeah. I thought that was actually a pretty good discussion because, again, and we all know it's absurd for them to say that they don't have to enforce it.
We don't have to enforce this Ohio judge's order because she doesn't really know what's going on here. She doesn't have all the information, but we do. In our infinite wisdom, the Levy County Sheriff, we know what's happening. And because we don't like this guy, we are not enforcing your order, Judge. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for them to tell her that.
Yeah, that's a great strategy. You should go with that. I like it. I like it.
And I think what they should do is be like, well, actually,
exactly.
the DA in Florida told us that we didn't have to do this.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that actually that would be the best strategy. Man, why are you such a good strategy? Maybe you should go work for Levy County. You can be like, well, you know what? Actually,
we just took it upon ourselves to declare your order from Ohio to be moot in Florida. So suck on that, Judge.
Put in his freaking I could not believe, Well, yeah, the judges, they have to take it seriously, and as far as police officers, they have to care. But as far as me, I don't have to as a prosecuting attorney. It doesn't specifically say prosecuting attorneys. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm sure the letter of the law was written for that specific point where you could be like, actually, you know what? I don't have to do this. That's only for judges and for police officers, Oh my God. All right, let's continue here. I've got my witness list. So there's Beach. I'm making a card for these because I want to remember all of them. I'll forget somebody off the list.
Tina and Brian, who sold us property illegally.
Oh, great.
The Memorial Bench crew.
Oh my God, really? Wow. Yeah. This is the greatest witness list for Jeremy Hales I ever heard. He's got everybody in it. He's either suing or wants to sue.
I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, Tina, my God. Right. Do they know how bad this is? Tina, oh God. Okay.
God, maybe I shouldn't tell them. Yeah, Tina, that'll be fun to ask you about how you were doing anything under your power to get him arrested. You even tried to cop these cops you plotted with them to try to get them. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is
McIntyre. McIntyre's the one who was talking to Tina and said all that crap about Jeremy.
That's amazing. So I'm sure that'll be fun to play,
Yeah.
All that is a public record. So that's all, out there. So he has it all.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing Levy County is not accustomed to is having somebody that's prepared show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They're not used to somebody who can afford to defend themselves.
That's true. I just can't believe that they're considering going to Ohio to testify.
Again, it may
For
just be some kind
Lynette.
of wish list insanity. We don't
Yeah.
really know that yet.
Yeah,
you know?
we don't. I mean, she could just be saying this.
I don't put it past
Or
them.
she thinks that she has the power to subpoena them. That could be it too.
Or they've been plotting together. I mean, that is possible.
I find that
I don't
less
know.
plausible.
I don't. Not the way some of these small towns.
I know it seems that way, and I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt before. I mean, it seems that way. It does. However, could they be that stupid? Because that would be so dumb on so many levels.
With all the stuff,
Like I can't even get into all the levels, but there are multiple levels of stupidity involved in that.
I'm gonna get rated again. Is that what's up, kiddo?
What's up?
Are you getting ready for bed?
Yes.
Alright.
I was going to eat a pizza slice right now.
You were gonna eat a pizza slice, but what?
Still hasn't had pizza?
Tired.
Oh, you were tired. How much of your pizza have you eaten?
I was eating one slice and then I was gonna ask Sissy, but I forgot to ask Sissy. And then I had all that.
That sounds like a lot of excuses. How much did you actually eat of it? Well, one piece?
Hey!
One piece? My dad, I'm so hungry. Oh my God.
I didn't say that. That was a chicken right here.
What did you say?
That's a chicken right there.
You called me a chicken? She said, you need to shut it down. And she said, Bach. She said something like, Bach, that's the chicken right there. She was telling me I'm barking a little too much. What in the world was that?
You're barking.
I'm barking. Oh my gosh. You need to go lay down. You're a nut.
I guess I am. But at least I took a slice of my pizza and I ate none, right?
Oh, well, yes. But you were like, Dad, I'm starving.
No, I didn't say that. That was on the chicken bite.
All right. Give me a hug there for real. Give me a kiss. And no, don't turn the sound on down here. Okay. All right. You got to go upstairs, though. Go get in bed. Into bed. Hey. Into bed for real.
Chicken bite.
I don't care about a chicken butt.
You're a chicken bite.
You looking like that chicken butts.
No, you're
Hey,
chicken
I might have to put somebody in bed.
No.
All right, well, you better go upstairs. Somebody is hyper. I can sit there in a good mood. Hey, watch where you're walking. Okay. All right. Love you. Hey, love you.
Love you too.
You can tell, like, they're raised by a man. You see how they act. they like to pick at each other. She's like, my favorite game, Dad, is picking at you, and you pick at me. You barking a lot. I thought that was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, you barking a lot. Oh, I like that. All right, let's see who's next. Oh God, I love. They say some of the craziest things. I love it. Here we go.
Without disclosing known encroachments. Let's not forget Russ the Sus did steal from me. You've got Don the Con. That's going to be...
So Don the Con on the list here. Huh. Let's see. Don the Con. I'm trying to make my list here.
Don, I forget who that is.
I don't know him that well. Like, I need a refresher. That's why I'm writing everybody down.
Yeah, like all this village stuff, I get so lost when we get back to the original politics of this because I couldn't get into it. Like, it was just too far back, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I think, that was the problem. Like, we were moving at light speed, and we were moving forward with so many other things that it was like, what's that? Yeah, he was I remember that he was a member of town council, but I don't remember everything that went on with him.
Yeah, I don't either. I am very not well versed in what was going on at the village, and frankly, I don't really care. Like local politics is always a shit show, literally always. And every local politics that Lynette and John have ever been involved with has also been a shit show.
Mhm.
So, no, I do not think it's all Jeremy Hales' fault. All you have to do is go back to Northport and listen to the people there talk about their election dealio that she was involved in too. It was nuts.
I've kind of loved the mess this is, though, because again, these people are not going to. I mean, again, what's it a who's who of people that don't like the guy? Would be they don't test what do they
What do they have to?
actually get to
What
say?
were they there? Were they present when John and Lynette were breaking the order of protection? Because I don't think they were. When you call witnesses for a contempt hearing, because that's what this is. It's orders of contempt and an extension on the protective order. You need witnesses for the incidents of contempt, I guess. Who is there? Were any of these people there for the new contempt charges or the new contempt?
Well,
what he's alleging happened?
God, I mean, well, a lot of that stuff happened online too, so
with people who don't seem to be on this witness list. Did Volmit make the list? Because he should be. He's one of the people who helped them.
Oh yeah,
with
well,
the
he's
third
also.
party.
I'm sure that his stuff is going to definitely make the grade. It's going to.
Did he make the witness list though?
I don't know, but I hope Jeremy remembers that him and his partner were kicked out of courts. So they should not be on calls or anything else. They should not be in it, trying to pop in. In fact, that might be something to note. If there's any kind of random voice or anything else, again, they were told can't be around here. There was I'll pull that. Actually, I forgot that order because it was to Volpe and to somebody else. I don't remember, but yeah, I've got that. I forgot about it until just now.
It's funny. Fleesa of all people.
Yes. Oh my God! Please let that happen. 2L. Oh my God. Fleesa 2L.
Oh yeah.
Well,
they're calling her. I thought they weren't speaking.
I think they're all trying to get together in this moment. Well, something happened. Like I said, my money is on her paying for the lawyer. Like that. That's where my money is at. Just the way
they
acted
to kind of like make up for and get the heat off of her.
I think so in the moment. Lynette, though, Lynette can't be dumb enough to think, oh, that makes up for. Again, the thing I would refer back to is they let you live in a 10 by 15. For 3 people stacked deep. And they told you when you asked for the same money to get an RV, they told you, basically F yourself. It's for everything else. I say what it's for.
Yep, they sure did.
Yep. So a lawyer's important because it could potentially get them out of trouble. That's what they're hoping, which is not. Again, if this goes bad for them, it's even worse. So, but that's not the thing. That's not the truth. What they're going with, it's not going to just get them out magically of everything. But they do think it's going to help them, and that's why they did something for you because it's all about them, Lynette. But I wonder, Lynette surely is not stupid enough. I don't know. Hopefully not stupid enough to think that somehow undoes everything that they got into and that they did to her.
I hope she remembers that they raised over $100,000.
Yeah. I mean, although I'm sure that they spend every moment that they can being like, it wasn't really that much. They're lying. Even though, again, Lynette, you have a guy out here telling you 56, and they admitted to 54. They admitted it off that one guy, $54,000 for sure. They admit that much.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that, well, he doesn't get as much say because there were other people they gave just as much. So they're saying double what he gave. They admit, again, if they admit to 54, that's $108,000 right there. Doubled. So,
I do wonder too if Bruce has managed to weasel his way into the ears of the new lawyers.
I wonder.
And I almost feel sorry for them because, lawyers tend to give each other professional courtesy. So when a lawyer, if a new client says to you, hey, I've had this lawyer working on my case pro bono for a long time, and he has some information he would like to give to you and share with you, like strategy wise or whatever, they're probably going to take that call. I can't imagine lawyers that wouldn't take that call. And Bruce tends to be able to keep it together for a short while to convince people that he's serious and real and, right about things. But then by the time you find out that he's disassembling, right? By the time you find out that he's not telling the truth, it's too late. He's already gotten in enough so that now he's accusing you and your law firm of horrific things and threatening to send letters to the bar, etc., if you don't play along with him. And I almost feel bad for them. I feel bad for anybody who has to come in contact with him and go through that.
Well, what's going to be really funny about it is finding out how much they've actually turned over, period, because there's a lot. There's a lot. And I wonder if they've even remotely prepared these people for how much stuff there really is. Because, they get paid regardless. That's the kicker, though. That's the thing Lynette never really understood either, that the amount of money that's on the table, they're going to walk with that money,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And there
I'm
won't
sure
be
that
anything she can do to get it back. But they will have earned every penny, though, dealing with her.
with
For
the
real.
lawyer.
They did it at a massive discount. If they only took $6,500 or $6,000 or whatever, it's not enough to deal with her and her clown show that she brings with her.
Oh my God. I don't know. They're the greatest show on turf. What are you talking about? They are.
I know that we watch it for free, but lawyers don't do anything for nothing.
It's been amazing to watch so far. Here we go. Let's continue.
People, keep in mind, we're cross-examining them all. Oh, you've got Lindsay, her own daughter, who contacted us, who then contacted my lawyer, who has so much information given to us about her mom.
That's crazy. So, Lindsay as well. I mean, you're talking about people who, again, have contacted Jeremy, though,
They did. Well, I'm sure that, listen, blood's thicker than water. Eventually, this family is so dysfunctional, and Lynette tends to pull them back in every once in a while to do her bidding. And so I have no doubt that Lindsay will probably lie and say that, Jeremy contacted her.
Well, it won't matter who contacted who. At the end of the day, they'll have it recorded. I bet you he has it recorded. And
I'm sure he does.
Plus, I'm sure he has screenshots of everything. So if they try to play the lying game, what it looks like is this family has, they've tried to, when they found out that he was somebody that might actually stand up to this person, they tried to lean on him.
Yep.
They hoped that he would do the work that many of them have not.
Yeah.
And look at that. Well,
you've got Captain Dan. I don't even know why they put him on the list.
Who's Captain Dan?
He was a board member in Otter Creek.
Captain Dan. I don't.
A board member in Otter Creek. Okay, so it's one of those Otter Creek people we don't know.
Captain Dan. I'm just writing them all down. Board. OC. Oh, wow. So the board members don't like a guy. Again, that doesn't mean anything as far as a protective order,
Her own sister, Patricia. Yep, she put Patricia on.
So her sister, Patricia. Okay. Patricia.
Okay.
I'm writing them all down. Patricia, LP's sister. Yeah, there's 9 so far.
And Lori Dash, a YouTuber, former fan of What the Hales, now a hater.
Lori Dash. I don't know who that is. By the way, I'm not sure who that is.
I'm not either.
Let's see. Oh, YouTuber. So will they come up under their name? And again, I don't know who that is.
Check the private jet.
Okay. should we wreck that one for you?
Yeah, it might be funny. I have the pictures if you want to see them.
Sure.
Here, I'm going to forward them to you.
Okay.
Wait, in your email. Can you get your email?
Yeah. I'll pull up my email. Yeah, that'd be fine. Tell me when you send them.
I just sent it now. I sent
Okay.
2 of them now.
That's so funny. Yeah. One is the loneliest number, I suppose.
He's having so much fun too.
Oh, I wonder if it'll ruin his day. Poor little guy. Oh, he probably thinks he's like really accomplishing something through it all.
Yes.
You
He's posting the pictures on Facebook, which is funny.
Oh my God! All right, let's see. Give me one second. It's so funny though. Like, what a little lonely guy. I feel bad for some of them. We'll ruin it. We're gonna burst somebody's bubble in a few minutes, but let's hear this list first. Then we'll do it.
All right.
This is going to be interesting because we just sent them a list as well. We have just submitted discovery, a demand for discovery. Every donor, with every comment, with every amount. I think the Connecticut bar is going to really like the one where Bruce, Deuce, gave $250 and said, I hope this helps kick their glasses? Oh, yeah. Drop the G and the L. Fleesa, who said, no, this money, it only goes towards projects. Well, either Fleesa lied to everybody, fleeced them, or she broke the law, and now she's trying to get herself out of that, which isn't going to work at all. Every single one of these individuals is going to be cross-examined. This is going to
like the piano music.
What does he call it? A what show? Lynette and Crooks.
What show now?
A what show?
Yeah.
What show?
Well, the donor thing, again, we talked about that. So anybody who gave to this thing, and it doesn't quite matter if the money, it went into the PayPal pool or how it went in. That's something that, you might have somebody finding out about. That won't be very fun for them. It's something that I'm sure they don't want found out. Man, if it is, like I say, it is 2L. And, there were two donors. There was a 300 plus and a 250. And if those donors over there, they end up being, that'll be funny. That'll really be funny. God, okay, you want to ruin somebody's day?
Yeah.
Okay, look. So apparently Chubbs over here is thinking he's amazing because he's posting. He doesn't understand something though. No one else sees you, man. Only you see you.
You're hidden, dummy.
You're just talking to his. He's like, look at me, I'm so brave.
Hi, Germ. Yeah, Jeremy doesn't know that you're even doing it.
He can't see. None of them.
He can't see it.
At least sits over on Facebook posting to himself because no one else cares. Oh my God. Oh, that's pretty funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, they think they're very good at this stuff. They're like, oh, I'm so funny. I'm so amazing. Oh, I hide my threats. That's what they think, man. But they're not good at any of it. Should we talk about the wonderful stuff about the enforcement of foreign DV orders?
Yeah, we could.
Let's do that. I think that would be a good discussion, since we're talking about these.
Also, I should tell the chat, I did release a video today where I read Randy's latest filing, like a shorter, it's like 40 minutes long, just to get through it. Since we haven't gotten a chance to get to it, I just wanted to get it out there as an update to lawsuits and stuff. And so I hope you guys go check it out and give me a click on it. when you can. But that is, it's called What the Hales Pro Say AI Fail Exposed. It's all about Dave using AI hallucinated cases.
Right. That's so
And it's
bad.
quite embarrassing. Like I read through the whole thing for the first time today on the video, and it really is pretty hilarious. It's pretty bad. In fact, it's so bad that one of the cases that he cited was Bongino versus the Daily Mail. And that sounded familiar to me. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go look that up because I feel like that is a real case. And it was. But they were quoting, what he was quoting in his motion to dismiss was an appeal ruling from the 11th Circuit about this case. I look up the case. Not only is the quote not in it, it was never appealed. Dan Bongino voluntarily dismissed it after losing the motion to dismiss. Then he voluntarily dismissed it like the same time the judge dismissed it. So there was no appeal. AI must have made up the appeal and made up a bunch of quotes that an alleged 11th Circuit judge said.
It does that. That's what we keep telling these idiots. Like AI will just make something up. Like it'll lie to you. It'll absolutely lie to you. And it'll gaslight. And then and when you confront it, it'll be like, "Oh, you're right. So sorry." But you know, you're the one who got busted doing it. So, of course,
I'll drop a link to it in the chat for you guys to go to later. You can really bookmark it. But yeah, and I'm sure that Tug and I will discuss it in, at some point. In fact, Tug, if you don't feel like reading it, you can now play my video over the weekend and just comment on that.
I'll be like, Megan's actually here. All right, let me pull that freaking thing up too. Since we are talking about Ohio is all about the idea of, again, protection orders, which this is talking about the idea of DV orders, but the same thing we're talking about. So that's the following question. Must a foreign DV protective order issued in accordance with 18 U.S.C. 2265 be registered or recorded in order to be recognized and enforced by local law enforcement agencies? In sum, foreign protective orders, again, we're talking about the same thing we have been discussing. And I think this is a good discussion, again, because we have a lot about this, really. And it's going to be funny to see Ohio cops potentially step into this mess. Issued in accordance with the Violence Against Women Act. Again, there it's noting 18 U.S.C. are enforceable by local law enforcement agencies without being registered or recorded in this state. Since, again, 18 U.S.C. Requires that these orders be enforced as if they were an order of the enforcing state. Now, that is important. They are to be enforced as if they were an order of the enforcing state. And Florida law makes DV orders enforceable in all counties. Such foreign protective orders are enforceable by local law enforcement officers in any county of this state. With the enactment of, I'm going to call it the VAWA from now on, the Congress has recognized that DV constitutes a national problem that transcends state lines. The act provides a critical component in the protection against DV by mandating the recognition and enforcement of foreign protective orders. Again, that 18 U.S.C. provides, quote, any protective order issued that is consistent with subsection B of this section of by the court of one state or Indian tribe, that issuing state or Indian tribe shall be accorded full faith and credit by the court of another state or Indian tribe, the enforcing state or Indian tribe, and enforced as if it were the order of the enforcing state. So again, enforcement in Florida has to happen. You have to.
But instead, Dan Owen is like, "Hey, go look for some perjury in this case."
Yeah,
I think the victim perjured himself.
Oh my God, it's so nutty, man. I've never seen it.
It doesn't say that the law enforcement ought to investigate it themselves to determine if they should give it credit.
Yeah.
It says you shall give full faith and credit to a foreign protective order.
Full faith and credit. You don't question it, like you don't treat it like it's some kind of a
Like it's a new
law.
investigation.
You don't investigate victims. That's insanity.
It is.
You know? In order for the full faith credit provision of that to imply, the act requires that the state issuing the protective order.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Let me stop you a second.
What?
You do investigate the victim in the original court
Yeah,
where
yeah,
the
in the
protective
court.
order is given.
But we're not
That's
talking about.
where the investigation comes, because you
Right.
do, because like look at people like Laura Owens, she should have been looked at more closely when she filed those false protective orders, and they just gave them to her.
Yeah.
But that's the place where there's an opportunity for the judge to investigate both sides to see who's telling the truth. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, we're talking about the
But
enforcement arm.
but once they issue it,
Yes.
you have to give it full faith and credit. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good distinction. We are talking about in here to make that distinction. We're talking about the enforcement of. So after it has been completed, the question out there that apparently a lot of idiots don't seem to don't really, I even think a lot of them understand this, but they want to pretend otherwise. They want to treat it like we're running around in the 1920s. Oh, look at that motorized bandit. He robbed a freaking a bank over here in Tennessee, but he made it Kentucky. I guess he's
Right.
safe. Doesn't work that way. Sorry about your luck. But in order for full faith and credit provisions of, again, 18 U.S.C. to apply, the action required the state issuing the protective order have both personal and subject matter jurisdiction, and that the respondent receive reasonable notice and an opportunity to be heard. Now, again, this has already been done. This is part of the freaking decision. It was even the judge went as far as to answer questions. We saw the leaked papers where she talked about jurisdictional matters and everything. So it was all of this had been decided. But Dan Owen is not the guy to be deciding that, nor is Levy County Sheriff's Department.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they define a protective order through here. Any injunction or, so again, when they're talking about this under it, how is it defined? Just to make this note. Any injunction or other order issued for the purpose of preventing violent or threatening acts or harassment against or contact or communication with or physical proximity to any person, including temporary or final orders issued by civil or criminal courts other than support or child custody orders, whether obtained by filing an independent action or, again, blah, 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 blah. So again, you see, this fits. It's not just again, the ecosystem will try to play the whole, well, it says, DV orders. Yeah, they're talking about protected orders.
Most of them are domestic violence, but some fall in a different category, just like Jeremy Hale's and George's against. And, George always gets left out of this. Whenever they go crazy about violence against women, is Jeremy Hale's a woman?
Right.
No, but George's,
right.
Why is she not protected under the Violence Against Women Act? And anyway, we know that it's a fallacy. It's just the name of the thing. It doesn't mean only women are protected by it. That's just stupidity. And they should change the name of it because it does cause so much confusion.
Well, also,
the name of it should just be something of the Violence Against Persons Act, because
it should also be changed because the idea of something gendered like that, it creates bias as well.
Right.
So
right. And the laws should not be biased, and women do not get special protections over men, and men shouldn't get special protections over women either. So yeah, it's confusing, but also it's not that hard to look up and understand that it protects more than just women. But I do get upset that George gets left out of this. George gets completely left out. Her part of the protective order and the violations against her specifically are poo-pooed like it never happened, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does matter. George has had to be in Florida by herself while these people are doing with the things that they do because Jeremy's in Ohio or whatever, and she's got the same protective order against them.
Yeah, they try anything they can to be intimidating, and they really like to try to test women. They do. You have specific ones that really like to target women.
Well, it's interesting that Leslie flipped out on just me and George, and I guess Jeremy a little bit too. But
no, but it wasn't about him at first.
No, how come you're not involved in that? Why aren't you in there?
I'm the best fucking person ever. What are you talking about?
They never go after you for this stuff. I swear to God.
I'm the nicest person ever. What are you talking about?
No, you're not. You're an asshole. Everyone knows that.
What a sad world. What a sad world. Well, she, I don't know. Maybe it was hard for her to get the mask right or something. Who knows? I'm not really sure. But a review of the legislative history surrounding the enactment of VAWA indicates an intent to provide protections for victims of DV crimes across state lines. So the whole intent of it was to do that to begin with, a congressional criminal.
Well, that's interchangeable with congressional.
Not the same thing, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. I'll allow it.
Yeah. A
Sustained.
congressional committee report discussing the act states that the VAWA, you want to read some?
Sure. Makes protective orders issued by one state good in the other 49 states. Under then current law, a spouse who obtains a stay-away order in one state may lose the protection of that order if she crosses state lines. The committee believes these actions to constitute an appropriate response to the problem of domestic violence, which, because of their interstate nature, transcend the abilities of state law enforcement agencies. Thus, it is not a radical expansion of the law to require one state to enforce the stay-away order of another. It is a fundamental rule of law that statutes are to be construed to give effect to the intention of the legislative body. Thus, in order to give effect to the expressed intent of Congress, I am of the opinion that VAWA requires that a protection order issued by another state or an Indian tribe in accordance with the provisions of 18 U.S.C. be treated and enforced as if it were a protection order issued by a Florida court. Article 4, Section 1, United States Constitution provides full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state, and the Congress may by general laws prescribe the manner in which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved and the effect thereof. The provisions of 18 U.S.C. constitute an implementation of the authority granted to Congress by Article 4, Section 1 of the United States Constitution. Congress has specified that the protection orders of one state consistent with the provisions of VAWA are to be enforced in any other state. The Federal Act does not make such enforcement contingent upon registration in the enforcing state or require judicial review prior to enforcement of the Foreign Domestic Violence Protection Order by law enforcement. Well, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It does not require judicial review or or investigation by law enforcement. Well, what the hell, Dan Owen?
Mm-hmm.
Ordinarily, in Florida, an individual wishing to enforce a foreign judgment must record the judgment with... Oh, yeah. You moved it. Now I don't know where I am.
The clerk right here.
Where was that? Oh, with the clerk of the circuit court. Under the Florida Act, notice must be provided to the individual against whom the judgment applies, and such judgment is not enforceable for 30 days after the mailing of notice by the clerk. If the provisions of the Florida Act were applied, the target of the order would be notified of the filing by and the location of the domestic violence victim, which would hinder the victim's ability to keep her location a secret. Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yep, it's a huge problem. So, I
mean,
huge
problem.
You're not supposed to have to go in, register it. Again, you have to allow law enforcement to know about the existence of, otherwise they can't enforce the damn thing. But once you do, they're not supposed to be investigating you. And
right.
They're not supposed to make you jump through a bunch of freaking loopholes.
Nope. As noted above, nothing in VAWA requires registration of foreign protection orders in the enforcing state. While there may be advantages in registering such orders, requiring registration could leave victims unprotected and vulnerable from the time they enter a new state until the time they become aware of and satisfy registration requirements. The Federal Act preempts any registration requirements by mandating that any foreign domestic violence protection order be enforced as if it were the order of the court of the enforcing state. Thus, the provisions of state law, such as the Enforcement of Foreign Judgments Act, are inapplicable to the enforcement of a foreign protection order issued in compliance with VAWA.
Now, doesn't this seem to fly in the face of what Dan Owen was telling us that Dan Owen had to do?
Yeah, and it also flies in the face of what Levy County Sheriff has done.
That's right. That's absolutely right. You know, I mean, they have been
They
told
act like their own
multiple times.
kingdom.
They do. They act like this little fiefdom. Oh, I'm in charge. I get to say what I want, and screw this Ohio court. That's exactly how
They are the embodiment of people who think they're special because they have a parking place with their name on it. My dad would call those people the special kind of assholes. They think they're very special.
That's true. I mean, honestly, that's how they act. All right.
Good night, Hangry. Stop dancing in front of the microphone. I can see you. Good night.
Good night.
Where is your retainer? Oh, it's in?
Uh-huh.
I can't see it. Okay, it's definitely there. All right, good. Good night. Love you. Good night. Okay.
Good night.
Good night, dear. Close my door, please.
I'm surprised I haven't got my Raider back again. He seemed in a mood to, I'm surprised I didn't get some more hut chicken butts or anything.
Yeah. Hangry's favorite thing to do now is just come in here at bedtime and dance in the corner until I notice and give him the stink eye. Like,
That's
okay,
funny.
what? Stop. Why are you doing this?
The little one likes to sneak and hide in places. Like she'll hide behind my chair or whatever. If I want you to, she'll sneak in and hide behind it, And then every now and then, after she's been there for a minute, if she's amused, she'll laugh. I'll hear her.
Luckily, my house is too old and creaky for the kids to sneak up on me at all. All the doors make a noise. The stairs are super creaky. Like, no sneaking out of my house. There's no way I'll hear it. So
in Florida, we have barely anything left on this. So in Florida, a temporary or final judgment on an injunction for protection against DV is valid and enforceable in all counties of the state. Law enforcement officers are authorized to use their arrest powers under Section 901.15.6 Florida statutes to enforce the DV injunction. Therefore, in accordance with the mandate that foreign protective orders issued in accordance with ThATuMBRELLAgUY be given full faith and credit and enforced in the same manner. State protective orders, I am of the opinion that law enforcement officers should enforce foreign protective orders as if they were an order of a court of this state. Such orders, like state DV injunctions, are enforceable throughout the state, while legislative action to clarify these issues may be helpful. Enforcement of foreign protective orders is not contingent upon the passage of such legislation. So we don't even have to pass laws to say that. It just is.
Yep.
Weird how that works. There you go with your AG. Again, we've I mean, this is, it's amazing when you flow through it. Again, this is very clear in Dan Owens, what he filed. He essentially filed I'm immune to making any type of mistakes, even if what I did was the stupidest thing ever,
Yep.
Kills me. I hate these people, man. I do. All right. I think we're good tonight.
Wait, did you know that Jeremy posted clips in his latest video of the footage we were looking for last night?
Oh, did he? No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did. You might want to look at that. There's 2 clips in the video that are easy to find. And it is Lynette being filmed standing outside of the it completely debunks her entire interview with Vomit. It would be great to play it again and then play the video, because my God, the video, or pull up the transcript of what you should pull up the transcript of what she said in that interview and then play the video of her. And by the way, you know what I found out from Jeremy in the video he put up today? She never submitted her video that she was taking that day as evidence. So they don't have that video. And she was claiming she never saw George, but you can see her in this video surreptitiously, not only looking at her, but pointing her phone towards George. I guarantee you she has video of George that day on her phone.
All right. Yeah, here it is. Actually, let's pull it up. Oh, you know they do. You know they do.
Yeah, if you scrub through the latest video, just you'll see the part where the
where they're arriving.
Yep.
There's a fire. A fire? A bonfire.
This video, you know.
Weird how Volpe didn't use this video, which is out there.
There they
He didn't go find it.
Right.
Oh, why would he want that disproving his?
Right by the door.
Yeah, look, they're right there in the way. And she looks over. She looks right at them.
She can't even go into that building without, then they'd be in violation of the order.
I'm locked.
Look at her looking straight
she
over
knows
there.
It's him. She's recording.
And she's recording.
Oh.
She knows exactly what she's doing there.
I'm going to leave my purse in. Okay. There, I have a phone.
Thank you for calling.
Looking at her again.
Yeah.
If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911.
Now she's holding her phone.
Press 8 now.
I saw Lynette look at you and your camera twice.
Yeah.
That's just what I saw.
Yeah. The same thing she did at the post office, looked right at me as I was filming her.
Interesting. Because she's not in town hall.
No, she was, like I said, she was outside for at least 8 minutes because the front door to town hall was locked. And they appeared there 3 hours early. Why?
3 hours early.
Like, why would they come there 3 hours?
Why would they be there 3 hours early? Was she trying to intercept Jeremy and George?
It sounds really weird, doesn't it?
Or she's dumb enough to believe that if she was there first, she gets to stay and they have to leave, but that's not how protective orders work. Like, why would she show up there with the kid in the car, by the way, and sit there in the parking lot for 3 hours?
Well, that's what other people were asking. Hey, what was up with the kid? Like, why, if you were there for 3 hours, were they just sitting and waiting? How was that working?
And John Cook was menacing them too.
Oh,
he stood there. Wait, there's more video that comes up in this. And he stood there menacing George as well. And he's not supposed to do that either.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I remember this video very well.
And she's still standing outside.
They're blocking the entrance.
Blocking the entrance.
Hi, calling to report my neighbors violating my civil protection order. This is Martha Risk.
Okay, what is your address?
Right now I'm at the town hall.
What is your telephone number?
It's 440.
You know how many people wanted your phone number right there? Ooh. Now, if you were watching, you saw Lynette.
What's funny is I started to reach up and stop it, and then he. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, it's so obvious. She's got her phone out, and I hear her talking, and I tell Dee, go outside because I can hear her saying something, and I want Dee to capture that on video because again, video evidence does not lie, and we record because Lynette is a proven lying liar along with Crook
and Levy County.
But they said that we're stalking them by filming them, huh?
But it's okay for her to film.
I don't get it.
It's okay for them to have security cameras on their property.
All right, well, let's show a little bit more of the video footage from the outside, and then let's look at some stills zoomed in on Lynette looking straight at
Yeah, this is
yours.
great.
And Crook. Both mean mugging.
Yep.
I don't blame them. I can barely keep my eyes off of you.
Go outside. Stand outside.
Look at that.
Yep.
Looking straight at her.
Well, not just that, hands in pockets, and you know he's always strapped.
And he's always strapped.
The video
right.
goes on for much longer, but the reality is the video.
I mean, that's a lesson that we've learned because they've said it a bunch of times. This would be a fun one to go over.
So how does Vomit like the fact that he let that woman lie to him and then he published it and he never verified that that was true?
He probably doesn't care because of that other part, you know, that little money part. You remember that fundraiser where they've gotten, like, that they admit $2,000 whatever dollars, but who knows? I always wondered where that money came from too.
Yeah, and the way that they were parked in front of the door, does anybody park there? Like, it was almost such an aggressive move to park that Jeep right next to where people had to walk into the building,
Yeah,
as if they were
get there
trying
early.
to
Get there
keep them
early.
out, trying to be an intimidating presence. Like, how would you guys feel if you get, and by the way, Jeremy wasn't in town. He was in Ohio. So George was by herself. She's got a protective order against these people who have threatened them with weapons and everything. And she's supposed to get out of her car and walk into the building while they're right there and John's got his hands in his pockets. Yeah, no, thank you. I wouldn't do it either. That's when the cops refused to uphold her protective order.
Yeah, that'll be a good thing to have them explain in a court of law. Hey, exactly how does that work? Oh, you don't have to, do you? Okay, that's cool. You know?
Yeah. It's going to be pretty interesting because it completely flies in the face of what federal law is.
Mm-hmm. Well, selective enforcement, that's just, they don't choose whether, again, it's very simple on how protective orders work. But you keep asking about that, you know, and again, remember, their money, like, regardless, they admit to about $2,300, you know, and again, where'd the $1,500 come from, by the way?
Uh-huh.
You know, but you always got to wonder, is there more? You know, because that's the admission money.
Yep.
I was like, I don't think they don't do a lot of things above board. Do they do that? I don't know. That'll be an interesting question. But I am curious about the donors for specific items, you know, and all that stuff. I am curious about how that comes out. I do. Like I said, unless again they can prove it wrong, you know. And Jeremy, he can say who he thinks certain people are or aren't, you know. But like there's two large donations. Oh my God, if that one ends up being BBB, by the way, that'll be hilarious.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna hit super chats.
All right,
you out of here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch some TV with the mister probably.
I get it for sure. All right, well, we will see you tomorrow.
All right, bye guys.
All right, let's kick it in here. Dwayne, thank you, kicking that out. 5 giftos. Thank you, Dwayne. Much appreciated. I love it. Like I said, love gifted memberships. So thank you. Fallen Hero dropped a gifto as well. Thank you for that. And thank you for being here. Yet again, as always, Fallen Hero. Much appreciated. Snowflower, what's up? Thanks for the 20. Dropping the 20. How's it going there, by the way? Thank you for that. And the super sticker. I love the super stickers, by the way. So got giftos and super stickers. That's great. Max Lab, thanks for doing such a crazy day. Yeah, there's more crazy too. Like I said, I've got that back and forth with Volpe, Melissa. There was a lot that I thought with going over. That will be one. It will definitely get hit this week. It's something else to read for sure. It is something else to look at, and you're like, do they really think this is about protective orders? It'll be fun to look at. Max Lab, though, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. What's up, Veteran Nation? Thanks for the 2 there. About lips, light up noobs. I've seen those, by the way. That's I haven't seen them in person. Yeah, have people seen that? So apparently, there was an article that came out talking about, let's say, implants for ladies, right? And apparently, overseas, they're getting them, in the light up red greens, they're apparently getting those put in that light up, which is that can't be good for you. I mean, it can't be good for you anyway, but light ups. I saw that article. I was like, what? The what? Meg Deb thinks the vibe. A real vase reminds me of Sid. The ground. Oh my God. I say, I could see it now. Now I want to see it. Thank you. That's hilarious. Cynic, thanks for the 5 there. As a Shizzy song on lips. Esquire, retired, says, next time you aim for the best, make sure your face can survive the test. Indeed. That is very true. That is very true. I just love it. I love the fact that, again, this stuff it's so fake. Like, if you're going to put somebody into filters to try to, again, she's trying to make other people look bad while looking, again, the filters are not even close to reality. It's so strange. It's a strange thing to do. Again, for this internet likes that they've never manifested before. People can see, again, when you notice the mask crack, it's very creepy to see. Like, it really disturbs me when I look and it looks like her eye is peeling off. Like, it freaks me out. I mean, again, look at that right there where the filter pulls. Like, it looks so bizarre, and you can see it over her eye. Like, look, it's right through the middle of her eye where it loses it. It's really fun. If you want to see how the filter works and doesn't work, watch a video, but go frame by frame and look at it. And you'll see parts where, it peels back, or when you really come through, like your arm, you can see where the filter drops, and you can see this come through. Look at that. It's the smooth skin, and then it disappears. And it looks like a horror movie. Like, that's what in the world? Look at that. Because that's part filter. So the filter's trying to be on and off at the same time, and it makes it look scary. The same thing with the neck. Don't make fun of other people when you pretend, when you're playing a huge game of pretend, man. Jada, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you, Jada. Appreciate that. All these people too, they'll be like, oh, Tug, you don't use your base. You know what? I look like a freaking, like some kind of Christmas mint, What the shit? I mean, I'm not exactly trying to overly impress you with my flowing abs or anything. Alec, thanks for the 2 there. Is that Momo in the white hat? Indeed. Oh my. There's so much. Yeah, thanks for the 2 there. Megan, you look spectacular in that green sweater. What's amazing is, again, Megan, like she said, she looks fine the way she is and stuff. They have to ugly her down, give her like a beak nose. The same thing they have to do it with other people. I thought too, making fun of people's noses was no. I thought that was a big no. We heard about that. What's up, the Floofy? Thanks for the 5. The Overlord say the nastiest pile of carp can be wrapped in the pretty package. Yes, that's true. It's what's inside that's important. Yes, that's true. That is very true. That's why, if you're looking at relationships, yes, you can look at the physical attractiveness. Also look and see at the end of the day if you can stand being around that human being, because one day you're going to have to stand around and just listen to them. and deal with them. And if they are terrible human beings, well, you too might be cutting off the internet. Emmy, what's up, Emmy? How you doing? Thank you for the 5 giftos too. Thank you, Emmy. That is awesome of you and much appreciated. Risa, thanks for the 10 there. Lots of Christian denominations also wear head coverings. Heck, if you meet the Pope, you wear black lace veil. Yeah, indeed. You know, but for her, again, when you look at what Lips is trying, she's very much trying to say, this person is this stereotype I create, you know, and she's also trying to make them a man too at the same time, which I thought that was an insult that you could sue over as well, because that's what she told me. So, and just J-Up, thanks for the 5. I think Lips is hilarious. You should invite her on your show. Oh my God, we could talk like this. It would be amazing. You know, the thing is, you know, one of the reasons you don't invite weirdos like that on is because they scream harassment. They're already trying to sue people over quote unquote harassment. So you're trying to make contact with them. Look what Megan got accused of for sending out a dummy award. You know, Floofy, what's up, Floofy? Thanks for the 2 there. There's the bung tuck. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. If she, I was going to tell her about the people that sent her super chats too, but it looks like she was tiring out. When she came down here, I did like the you just bark chicken barking. That's one of the things, like we tell each other sometimes, you know, are you talking or are you barking? You know, I thought it was funny when she said that. Dwight, thanks for the 2. The bug gang. That's right. The bug gang. Oh, I hate gang. I'm telling you, I do. The race, thanks for the 10 there. Leslie looks like she's undergoing a moral orgo makeover. Not a good look. Oh no. She's she is really out there, you know. She really is. Pickled Tank, thanks for the 5. Wait till you turn 62. I'm a card-carrying Medicare member of the Who Gives a Fuck Club. Yeah, indeed. I understand that. You know what? You put in enough time, you just stop caring. You know? Like, I don't dress. I don't care. Like, if I go out, I dress comfortably. I like to wear like a dress Hawaiian-esque shirt. I wear them all year long. I don't care. I care about none of it. I wear a solid color button-up shirt though, like that with a big overcoat usually in winter. Because just don't care. Why should I? Rariah, thanks for the 2. Old Lips, fighting for you like family. Indeed. Right. All right. I love it. Debbie dropped the 10. There was not a statement attached, but man, that's a great statement. Thank you, Debbie, for backing the channel. Appreciate it. Shift of Brains. Thanks for the mom there. I'll be 73 in February. I always embraced my age. So many people are not given the opportunity. That is true, too. Very much so. You know, I look at that like, I wish my body would calm down and leave me alone. You know, like it would stop turning on me. But I'm fine with getting older. Now, I'm also not female, so I don't have the social, you know, attempts by people to put me down for age. You know, it doesn't come as much toward me because of that. Some people try to put you down for age, but it's kind of I guess it's a different beast is the best thing to say, you know? Ooh. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Shizzy's almost 10. Remind me of that, by the way. Remind me of that, and we will push that. We'll get him over this weekend. Okay? We'll work on it. We'll push it hard. Just remind me of it for sure. Because it'll be an easy one. Actually, right now, let's do it right now. You know, Shizzy, he's easy to find. Somebody dropped the link to his channel. And, I mean, he's very close to 10K. So, get him in there. Let's do that. Max Lab, thanks for the 2 there. I emailed you about LP. Oh, I saw that. Yes, that's something I'm looking into because I'm trying to find a couple of things that go with that. but I did say that for sure. Oh, it's good stuff. Honey Winch, thanks for the 12 months there. Love you guys. I wish I could help more. Best thing I can do is once in a while. Hey, for one thing, you don't have to do anything. But you doing that is awesome and amazing, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Missed a lot in the last couple of months. I'll catch up. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. Remember the newest thing on the 5th? There is the Ohio Protective Order. That is coming up. You're going to have a hearing on that. LP just got her some lawyers that, well, we'll see how that goes. There's questions about where that money came from. You've heard the witness list, which sounds really, so it should be fun. The Kiwi Crypt Keep, thanks for the 5 there. Lips looks like a female version of Dana. That's hilarious. I love it. I love Britt Spiner, by the way. He's awesome. McDeb, thanks for the 5. Does Lynette have the summons to be a witness if they decide not to show? I would think you would have to for sure with the police, I mean, I guess somebody could just show up. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. I'm imagining some people, if they want them to show up, they would probably have to summons them. Now, again, her list makes me wonder how much plotting has gone on. And it also brings up, this brings up a really good question about if they've been having meetings or anything like that. That kind of stuff, that's a big problem for Levy County potentially, especially if they've been plotting with her to cause Hale's any kind of issues. Like that's what Lisa Lee has been saying that they were doing. And if they really have, if they were dumb enough to do that kind of stuff, oh my God, man. Oh my God. I kind of wonder what they're doing. But yeah, Janice thinks for the 10. This is probably quote unquote strategy by Lynette. Yes, we don't have any proof, by the way, making that clear that any of this stuff is going to transpire. We don't yet. But if it does transpire, it might get really ugly really fast. And, this could be a real big problem for these people, like a really big problem. And I kind of love it in its own way, like I said, because, God, what a mess up. This could be a huge screw up on them. Max Lab, thanks for the 10 there. New lawyers worse than the others. I emailed. Oh, you see, like I said, I saw the paper on there. I want to find out a couple of details about that before bringing it up. That's the one thing. But yes, the new ones, they're all kind of messed up. Don't you think? I mean, when we get down to it, don't you think that these people, they have all been like some kind of really jacked up mess? Like all the lawyers, none of them have been normal. Lily, thanks for the 5. I thought cops not have to help or some such crap. Never understood that. Why do we actually have them if they're not obligated? They're not they're not obligated to protect us. It's a liability standard in there. That's kind of like if you call 911 and there was I'll give you a great example of it. Okay. This goes all the way to the Supreme Court. I talked about this the other day. So this lady calls 911. She has a guy beating on her door, trying to get in, wanting to harm her. She calls 911. They tell her they have no one to dispatch. They can't help her. They tell her, ask them to go away. Well, the person does not go away. They sit there and listen horribly as on 911, this person beats on the door, finally pushes their way in and does horrific things to that person while they're on the phone. Now, the family did not appreciate that at all, of course, and they sued. And this goes all the way to the Supreme Court. And at the end of the day, you find out that, well, they're under no obligation to save you. That's why, like in the United States, when you talk about pew-pews and owning them, that's why I always go with the, if someone else is not obligated to save me, that means I'm obligated to save myself and the people around me, so. And the people that'll come and try to cause problems, they I don't want to have harsh words in a pew pew fight, So, but yeah, it's a terrible travesty to that. But the thing is, like with these police, it's not, they can't choose like arbitrarily what to or not to enforce because they don't like you, first of all. And you can't have people sitting around and saying, well, that protective order that's from Ohio, I don't have to. I don't have to. In fact, I get to investigate it, and I get to tell people not to potentially enforce it. That's crazy. Maestro, thanks for the 2 there. I think in her delusional mind, they will be in court. Yeah, well, see, I wonder again. I wonder what's made her think that, and if they've told her again. If they show up, it is insane. Like that will be a gift because again, ultimately at the end of the day, remember, all these people get in trouble, like Levy County and Dan Owens. It's you and I, taxpayers, that pay for it. They screw up with her protective order and stuff. She pays for it. So, they might not be on the behavior she wants. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It might not be what she thinks it would be. Your niece, thanks for the 10. Mug, my cat, I'll have to tell her about this name. Runt and Onyx are sending you love, purrs, and stuff. I will cut that out for her. Like I said, I will show her the love that anybody has given to her again, but that too, for sure. She'll love that. She'll be like, oh, that's cute. Yeah. So that's awesome. Thank you. She will love that. Tracy dropped 5 giftos, dude. Thank you, Tracy. Again, that is awesome and much appreciated. That gives to so many people. It makes them feel good on the day. I love it. Kathy, thanks for the 2. Don called the police when someone stole his weed. See, that's amazing. That's amazing. I wish I had the audacity. I mean, I don't smoke it, but if I did, I wish I had that, Kelly, thanks for the 10. So all these witnesses are going to be on, I can't see Florida cops using taxpayer funds to fly to Ohio. And we know ex-mayor won't. And we know Crook and LOP won't. Yeah, I don't know what the rules on Zoom or anything are going to be for all of this stuff either. It'll be interesting to see how it plays. It will be. It'll be very interesting. I feel like Hales has stepped in with a pit of vipers, though. And at the end of the day, what is wild about this stuff is there are felons, a lot of felons around. Why isn't Levy County enforcing that? I mean, he's reported that there are third-party felons that have gotten involved in this. That should be fun. It'll also be really fun to ask 2L some of these things and see how obstinate she tries to get about the answers. If she shows, oh my God, that could go so badly. And remember, Felisa is in her own trial too. If they don't show, they screw Lynette like that. And well, she's got it in her head and they don't show, woo-wee, baby. But if she does show, she can screw herself, Lynette, and I mean, she can mess up her own case too. That can be amazing as well. Wrong, because remember, the lawyers that are hired on, they're there to help Lynette. They're not there to help anyone else. So if these other people screw themselves on behalf of that, they'd be happy. They'd be absolutely happy. Rogue Pirate, thanks for the 2 there. There's not a statement attached, but that is a statement in helping. Thank you. Appreciate it. Emma, what's up? Thanks for the 5. She admitting to having video and giving it to Sean. Having video and giving it to Sean. Oh, yeah. I remember her talking about that. Yeah, that's what she said. She gave it to him. And then he was essentially like, yeah, no, we're not using that. So, if there is a video, again, of her standing around videotaping George and videotaping video, not just videotaping, but mean mugging, you get John and stuff. Yeah, that's damning. If she's sitting around videotaping them, that is damning, because what that means is she's sitting within the protective order that area, and she's decided to intimidate. She's blocking the door. She's not staying outside of that. So I would see why Sean wouldn't want to play that. Kelly, thanks for the vibe. Well, this is when Russ and Don walked out of the meeting and told cops that 2 were there to be sworn in on the board, but that did not happen. So they could be asked about they're stupid too. That'd be fun. Like, there are all kinds of dumb people in this. Travis, thanks for the vibe. These people are nuts. And if that shit happened to me, I'd probably have a pew wound. I've beaten yeah, again. Yeah, down. F around. Yep, and F out for sure. Hope Monge, Chad, you and Tuck are good. I wouldn't take somebody trying to intimidate you. You're not going to intimidate me like that. You're not. And like you said here, this is true. Jeremy and George got the patience of a saint. I don't. I don't. Not with people. Again, I got kids. You try to intimidate me. I am too old. I am too out of shape. I carry you pew around. And if somebody wants some, I guess they want some. But, I'm not going to have people try to intimidate me and my kids. No, not like that. That's what these people tried to do there. They tried to keep them from going in, And at the end of the day, we've been told time and again, we heard them talking about John, and he'll pull out a freaking pew at the side of a camera. He could have potentially done that. He's threatened to do it. So, Maggie, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tucks. Frankie noted, thanks for the 2. Shizzy needs to get the 10K. He's at 9.9. So, he is very close there. 9,900. He only needs 100. So, let's see. If people have not subscribed to Shizzy Wiznut, we need to get there for sure. For sure. But if he hasn't gotten it this weekend, we will make sure he gets it. We will have him there in a heartbeat. So, Janice, thanks for the vibe. If I'm not concerned about my age, why should anyone else be? Indeed. I just don't care. Well, you want to make fun of the way I look? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. They pulled up my picture. They're like, he looks like a psychopath. No, you should see like younger pictures of me. Then they want to see someone that looks mean. That looks mean. But it's just funny. They're so funny. Hey, Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Hey, Tongue, send an email. Oh, man, the hand pics. Oh, man, I want to see those. Give me a second. Is it the thumb? Is it the thumbs? It's the thumbs, baby. Let's see. Let me check. I have too much fun with a bunch of this stuff. God, I cannot believe, by the way, the amount of freaking videos of some of these people. Oh, yeah, that's funny. That is funny. I'm having trouble locking in on pictures. I pull them up. I'll have to save them for later on. I'm going to see about decorating my thumb. By the way, and thanks for the 3. I want to be a fly on the wall on the Ohio court on the 5th. Indeed. That should be wild, I think. And Gina, man, look at that. Your birthday's tomorrow. Got to bust you a song.
Happy birthday.
Heck yeah.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
I love it. I love birthdays too. I'm so glad for people. We have birthdays again. That's something to celebrate. And it's something to celebrate yourself in that. That's amazing there. Also, I got 25 for Venmo. Patricia, thank you. This is for that special thing you're saving for. Well, thank you for that. Actually, I'll tell you what I've been spending money on. And I love it. Again, if you have an Audible account, or even if you don't, if you're ever thinking of a month to get a free Audible account. Right now, you get 3 free months or 3 months for 99 cents or something like that. It's ridiculous, you know, and you get like a free book, but also they have a sale on books. So there are certain books, some books are going to be half off and at $11 you don't care about, right? But I read a lot of like history, organized crime, some horror. And if you look around, you'll find books for like $2 or $3. You know, this is the time of year I stock up this month every year. If I don't have an Audible account for the year, I pick it up now and I get in on the site-wide sale. So right now they were running 3 months, 99 cents. Get you a 99-cent account. You'll get a freaking book added on. Get whatever book you want out of that one because you'll get a credit. And on top of it, you'll be able to do their site-wide sale. It's on for the next 6 days, I think. I think it's got only 6 more days. But it's worth it, man. It is worth it. I love it. It's my favorite. Out of any site, it's the only one. Although I think I've gone through, every year you have a few organized crime books or something that come up. But after this year, I don't think there will be any more that I haven't read that aren't just garbage, you know, that are made with AI. I'm not talking about read with AI. Some of them I listen to, but the others, it's just, you know. Hey, what's up? Also, Crystal, thank you. I appreciate sent a 10 there. He said for me to check the email for the reminds me of lips. I will definitely check that out too. All right. I will for sure. And thank you. I appreciate you all. I've not done a redirect, but Shizzy's on. Go over, check him out. Tell him Tug told you to go over there and make sure everybody is subscribed to him. Take that moment, hit that, and I appreciate you all. But I'm going to jump off here. Get some rest, man. I'm tired. I love to all you folks. See ya.